Hello class, welcome back. Today's lecture, we're going to discuss quickly on your bed placement, okay? The bed placement is important. You don't have to worry about the box, but you have to worry about when you're betting the don't pass and the pass line and the odds, okay? You want to keep this runway clear for the shooter, right? Now, if you're standing to the side where stick is and everything, that doesn't affect you. But if you're standing at the end of the table, this affects you, okay? So be courteous of your shooter. Keep that runway clear for him, all right? So I set my table up for practice, like real world simulation environment. These are the bets on the box. This is the DC bet. Somebody's betting a DC somewhere. And these are your pass line, don't pass line bet. Your field bet, don't pass line bet, okay? For example, if you're at the end of the table, you place your bet right here. Now you're blocking his runway. And then if you do a comeback afterwards, now you're really limiting his position to move around, right? And the worst thing is if you start laying odds behind that, now you're really limited. So if he hits here, it might bounce a chip, go there, bounce back, hit your chip, 7 out, okay? So what you can do is you can do him and everybody a favor. Instead of betting in front of you, bet a little bit to the side, okay? Keep that runway open. If you do come, move it a little bit closer to field. But always keep that runway open, right? Keep the deck clear so the shooter have enough space to work with. He is on your side, and you want to give him as much help as possible. Remember, it's us against the house, okay? So today I'm going to try to practice my SOR, try to extend it, try to work on the delivery, the angle projection, the power, and reduce my rebounds as usual. At this angle, you're basically at stick position, okay? I hope this helps you. You can see the launch and the way the dice travel, okay? If there's an angle that you want to see, things that I say, if you want to see the grip, the hands, then put it in the comment, and I'll try to get that angle for you. If you want to see more of the landing zone, put that in the comment. I'll get that out for you more, okay? So it is YouTube, remember that, not my tube, okay? So help me to help you. All right, here we go. Stick gives us the dice. We take 2, give the rest back. This set, I'm gonna work with the 6-3-3-6 set. $10. See how that stick is landing? That's what you want. You know, the 4 is okay, but the 6 really does it. And always pay attention to the map, right? Pay attention to the pattern. Everything in life has a pattern. Even when you're playing crap, there's a pattern. Keep on those clusters. When the clusters start building on that shooter, that gives you an idea where to place most of your bet, okay? And don't forget about dice set count number. Remember, we only go 2. After 2, you want to reduce your bet or take it off the table. Go very minimum, okay? Anything beyond 3, you're really asking for it. The math is going to catch up to you. So far, the point is 10. The set is 6-3-3-6. Eight. You see how low my projectile is? I don't aim for those high arches, okay? 3, 5, 8. 6-3-3-6. 10. Point made. That's a good shot. See how low, less rebound? You want something like that, okay? Now don't forget about a dice pair count roll. We already got 1 pair, and that's a 10. 6-3-3-6. 12. 6, 6, 12. 6, 3, 3, 6. 2, 2, 4. That's a good shot too. Low. The dice travel together. Minimize rebound. 6, 3, 3, 6. 4. 2 pair. Plays 4, you hit it in and out. 1, 3. Once you really get all your variables down and repeatable, consistent, you start to develop clusters, okay? That's 2 points already. Here we go. 6, 3, 3, 6. 6. 6 a new point. 3, 3. Now this is when you start reducing your bet or take it down and just do very minimal, okay? Because you already have 2 pairs on the dice count roll set. You already got 2 points made, and you're trying to make your third one, which that's why the 5 bet, they pay you a lot because it's hard to hit. You already got 50% of the 5 bets. You are already beyond the average roll. You already rolled 7 already, okay? So the math is really, really close to you. 6, 3, 3, 6. 11. That's a perfect roll. It hits the corner of the base and where the table meets the back wall. It kicks it back and it sticks the landing. So it's 11. 6, 5. 6, 3, 3, 6. 11. 6, 5. So far today, I'm pretty consistent. I wish it happens like that all the time, because if you're a repeat shooter, you could just bet the same number on the next row. 6, 3, 3, 6. 6. Point made. Okay, we already rolled 10 rolls already. We got 3 points and we got 4 pairs. Now the math is really stacked against you. Okay, we're at red level right now. Remember the 5 bet. You need 4 points to get paid in a 5 bet. You already got 75% of it. You already got 3 points. So this side, I'm going to switch set. I'm going to go for the 4, 2, 2, 4. Try to change one of the variables of the math and push it back a little bit. Now, I don't know if that helps or not scientifically, but I feel like it helps, so I'm sticking with that answer. 3, 2, 1. Now, just because you change set, it doesn't mean you can't go back to the original set that's giving you a lot of rolls. Okay, you just need a set to wash the math a little bit, and then we go back. 4, 2, 2, 4. 9. The point is 9. We just hit it all tall. 6, 3, 9. So the math is really against that. You're in like red level, okay? You already made your point. You already made 3 5-point bet. If you make another 9, you get paid. You already roll 12 or 13 roll already. Let me count. Yeah, you're rolled 12 rolls already. So that's double the average shooter. You already made the tall. You need 2 more numbers to hit the short and make it all. So the math is really stacked against you. You are 4 pairs of the dice roll set math. So you are like really at red level, okay? Almost nuclear. The set is 4224. Just pay attention to the pattern, right? Everything in life and nature has a pattern, even crap, because it's in the physical world. 9. Bang. We made a point. We made 4 points. We got paid in the 5 bets. So far we got paid on the 5 bet. We got paid on the all tall. 6, 3, 9. Now, some of you are going to say, oh, this is great. You're working, practice at home, but it doesn't work in a real world environment, right? Yeah, in a real world environment, it's tougher. There's a lot of stuff going through. You got the distraction, the noise, the subliminal and all that crap the casino do with the music, subliminal message, and pumping oxygen in. You always wonder, how come you're standing next to a guy and he doesn't smell, there's no BO coming out after that, and you know he's sweating a lot? That's because all the fresh air and ventilation is sucking all that smell out. You can't have that amount of people in that space without smelling people's BO, okay? And so, now we're going to try to make the 5th point. I'm going to go back to the 6-3-3-6 set. Four. Okay. 3, 1, 4. We have rolled 14 rolls already. No 7. Now, it's tough to make 60 roll, 30 roll, 20 roll, okay? One person has a difficult time doing it. But like I mentioned earlier, if there's 4 or 5 of us and each one of us does 10 roll each, that's 50 rolls, you know? We can take their bank. And that's why it's important to play with people that can really shoot. Because if you're having a bad day, they can help you load up, right? And if you both have a really good day, you can really make a killing. Six, 3, 3, 6. 7 out. 5, 2. So we roll 14 roll. We made a 5 bet. Yeah, let me show you. Sorry about that. So we made a 5 bet, right? The last point we couldn't make. We had 14 rolls. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. We hit all tall. So at this particular point, my SOR is 14 to 17, and on certain occasion, I hit the 20s and 22, okay? And on rare occasion, I hit the 30. But the only way to improve is just to keep practicing. Now, like I mentioned earlier, people are going to say, yeah, this is great. It does work in the real world and stuff. The reason why you think it doesn't work in the real world is because you're not practicing as close to real world environment as possible. If you're practicing throwing your dice in a 1x1 square, 4 foot, and then you try to go and throw a dice at a 10 foot or 8 foot or 12 foot table, that makes a big difference, If you're practicing stick left 1 and you can't get that position and you go shoot at the end of the table, that makes a difference too. If you're at stick left 1 and you can only get stick right 2, that makes a difference. So try to practice a shooting position that you could get at the table. And if you get at the table that your position not available, you don't have to play right away, right? Walk around, wait till that position is open, and then go through it. Now, the other stuff is showing action, okay? Sometimes they give you a hard time because you're not showing action and they pass the dice and skip you. So the way to avoid that is just bet the hard way, right? You could do what I usually do is do a buffalo, which is 4, 6, 8, 10, and a 7 before the button is turned on. Because the 7 is an insurance, just in case they roll a 7, it covers your hardware because the hardware is working on a buffalo. Because you don't want to put money out there and have it sit not work. Because sometimes they roll hardware on a come out roll too, okay? So I would just throw a buffalo and cover, the hardware and the 7 to cover the buffalo. The buffalo is an insurance bet on a come out roll, okay? But it only works when the buttons are off. And then when the buttons are on, it's just a regular hardware bet. Now, some places, they let it slide and run good too. But just to make sure, you want to bet on the shooter before you, okay? This way they can't complain and skip you. If they know you're a good shooter, they're going to take every opportunity they can to skip you. And that's about it. Just remember, you have to have action on the table. The best way to do that, the cheapest way to do that, is just to place the buffalo, which is a $15 table. You just throw $5 and $1 in each of the hardware, okay? You don't have to bet on every single shooter, but at least bet on the guy before you. So that way you guarantee your slot to shoot. Pay attention to the map, pay attention to the pattern. Always pay attention to the pattern because the pattern's going to help you a lot, especially with the betting. That's it for today's lesson, okay? Let me know what angle you like. And if you have any questions and stuff, leave it in the comment. And try to practice the closest real world environment as possible. I know I'm repeating myself sometime and everything, but it's important, You can't get real world result if you don't practice in real world environment. And I strongly recommend that you guys build your own table or go to Home Depot or Lowe's or something. Again, I don't work for those companies. Just get 3/4 inch birch ply, okay? And the fabric to cover that. And just lay it out and just practice drawing because that's the cheapest way that you could get your practice in. You don't want to practice at the casino because that's going to cost you money while you're trying to figure it out, right? You want to be able to practice at home, try to protect your bankroll, generate enough bankroll, and then when you feel comfortable, then you step in the ring, okay? That's about it. I'll see you next practice. Take care.